history-making night tonight here in the Lightspeed Racing League as we crown a champion for the season. That championship is already done with, but tonight is the final race and something a little different that we get to see tonight here at the Virtual Phoenix Raceway on iRacing. If you haven't been around for the last week, you might notice, yeah, the update. It's here, and we are on the new version of the Phoenix Raceway. Finally, we see the camping area here on the old front straightaway. There's the new start-finish line in the background. Everything is swapped around. It's like the real track now, and that is where we get to be tonight for the finale for this Grid Finder Xfinity Series. It is, again, the final race of the season, and it is the Lightspeed Racing League Xfinity Series, of course, presented by Grid Finders. We welcome you to the Diamond in the Desert here at Phoenix Raceway in Avondale, Arizona, the final race of the 13th year of this awesome Xfinity Series season that we have won. And we're getting ready for a great race this evening. As I mentioned, the 39 car, Dylan Reed, already won the championship, but there's still one race to be ran, and we'll see who can go to victory lane tonight when it's all over with in this final drive as qualifying starts up, and we get this thing on the road as you saw. That was Wisconsin who just went by there in the 13 car. Let's take a look at the weather for this evening. Here in Arizona, 79 degrees, 127 down the track, going to be a warm one. 54% humidity, winds from the north at a whopping 2 miles an hour. As mentioned, the cars out on track. And, yeah, like I said, still got one race to go here tonight, 125 laps. Got an 8-lap sprint, and so on and so forth. Championship has been crowned. And, of course, that belongs to Dylan Reed, who was able to clinch it last week. However, there's still a pretty good battle for second and third, it looks like. Cameron Ahern is not here tonight, so looks like he'll fall to either, well, no, Wilson's not here either. Brady's not here either. So looks like fourth through sixth is pretty much locked up unless Murata has a big race tonight. But Ira Kohlhaas, Landon Quisenberry, those two, just like over in the Truck Series, will be battling for second in points. We'll keep an eye on that. A 7-point separation going into that race. All right, let's go down and cover some qualifying here as we get ready for the start of tonight's festivities here at this 1 mile track. As we talked about, the flip has officially happened, and we get to show it to you here first if you had not had a chance to see it. And, well, looks like it does in real life with the traditional flipping of tracks and stuff as Dylan Reed goes P1 as he crosses the line in that championship Rowdy Supra. We got 2.5 minutes of qualifying still left. Here's Anthony McInturf. It looks like he is on track right now in the 84. He crosses the start-finish line. And he is currently 7th on the board. Kind of a smaller field tonight, unfortunately, but still going to put on a great show as they always do here in the Lightspeed Racing League. And we appreciate viewers coming to watch us here on this Tuesday evening. And it looks like nobody else really coming out to qualify. So I guess while we have an opportunity to, we're going to talk to our champion real quickly. Why don't I get him lined up? And let's speak with him real quickly before he gets out here and runs this heat race and runs the main event coming up here this evening. Let's talk to Dylan real quickly. Hey, champ, you got a copy?
Sir.
Hey, champ. Well, welcome into Phoenix. Of course, tonight, I guess you could say the official crowning of you as the champion for the Grid Finder Xfinity Series. Let's talk a little bit about what you've gone through this season, because you're tonight. You have a chance to go 13 for 13 when it comes to top 10 finishes, which is impressive enough. But obviously, what has been a fantastic season for you?
Yeah, it's been a great year. Really enjoyed all the racing we've had this season. We've had some really good competition out here, and so I think top 10 in every week was a real accomplishment. Real proud of myself for that.
Now, obviously, as you go into the off season, hopefully we'll see you back next season. But how do you make a season like this better? Like, how do you motivate yourself to say, hey, I can't do anything more. So like, do we just go for 2 now? Do we try to win more races? What do we think about there?
I'm always here to have fun. So as long as I'm having fun out here racing, that's what's number one for me. So I'll be back next year, and I don't know if we can make it better, but we can have more fun. That's definitely for sure.
There's nothing wrong with that. So, looks like you're going to get yourself the put a cap on that pole award also this evening. So 27.9, pretty fast lap, got Massey by a 10th. How's the car? How's the I don't want to call it the new Phoenix because all we did was flip straightaways. But how's the track? Any kind of little differences you noticing or?
It's got a lot less grip than the previous version. I know all they did was flip it, but I think they did do a little bit of a rescan, kind of like Darlington had, where they kind of like repaved it in a sense because it's got a little bit less grip. So you got to be real careful on entry to the corners. But if you back up your entries a little bit, you can get some really good exits, and that's how you get most of your speed here.
All right. Well, congratulations on the pole. Go enjoy it, and congrats on the season. Go have fun for these last 132 laps when you count the 8 heat race laps, and we'll crown you as a champion afterwards. How's that?
Yeah, thanks, man.
Absolutely, you too. That is Dylan Reed, of course, the champion for the series, but tonight going to be the pole sitter also. Put a cap on that pole award as we put a cap on that season, I guess. Bad pun there. Of course, Dylan Reed, 27.970. He will be on the pole here tonight for the race again. Thanks to Put a Cap on that for sponsoring the series throughout this season. Starting lineups, Dylan Reed and Brandon Massey. They'll be on the front row for this heat race, all 8 laps of it. That'll set the starting lineup for the main event. Ira Cole, Landon Quisenberry in row number 2. Row 3, Johnny Rapp, who has been running really well lately. And Cade Ferguson, the Dr. Pepper car, going to start in row 3. McInturf, Latham Joyner, who's had some good runs recently. 7th and 8th starters there. Row number 5 is where you see Joe Owen and Anthony Giuliano, Andy Brigante, and Joseph Murata. And Aaron Hearn, I'm not sure if he's starting. I heard he's having some Oculus issues, which is unfortunate, but we'll see if he can get out there on the track this evening. We'll wait on these cars to pull away and set sail. There you see some of the scenery of the new track. Of course, pit road's still pretty much in the same spot, a little more extended out. And the reason why they did this, in case you haven't heard the reasoning yet behind it, is mainly because of the way the sun sets in the evening. Basically, they felt when the sun was setting in the afternoons around this time, it was literally baking the crowd out there on the old front straightaway. So since the sun sets over here in turn 1, they were like, well, why don't we put grandstands up? We'll put up the press boxes, and we'll put the fans in the shade. Because it can be kind of warm out there in Arizona. So they say. So Dylan Reed actually did not grid here, so I don't know if he's going to sit out these 8 heat laps and start in the back tonight or what he's up to there. Hopefully everything's okay with him. I didn't throw the kibosh to him or a little jinx. That would not be cool. Pace car is in to drive all the way down this back straightaway to turn 3 and 4. Well, I guess there's one guarantee. Somebody in this field will win the heat race, and somebody will start top 10. Through the new turn 4 into the green flag. Here we go. Heard them talk about a lot less grip in this track now with the changes. One car up in the wall already. As the teammates battle off turn 2, down the back straightaway. And it will be Massey leading lap 1 from Kohlhaas, Quisenberry, Johnny Rapp, and Cade Ferguson. I don't want to jinx anything. That might be the cleanest start we've had to any race this season. Single file off turn 2. So we ride with Johnny Rapp down the back straightaway to turn 3. Now, one thing they're not able to do, and I don't know if that's the new track, I didn't get a really chance to investigate it much, but that dog leg ain't happening. They now have put a shortcut in there, apparently. Penalty, I'm not sure if that's just for this track or if it's for the new Phoenix track. So that's one thing that's going to be a little different now, is you cannot cut the dog leg. Matt Telder is very happy right now. So the Bohica guys out to a pretty good sizable lead right now of 1.1 over Quisenberry, Johnny Rapp. Okay, you can run the dog leg. Thank you, Dylan. Look at the champions hanging out over here in chat with me now. Heck, if I'd have known you were going to sit out, I'd have brought you in the booth and called the race with me. They come off 4, 2 laps to go. Joe Owen is coming to pit road. Unfortunately, an unscheduled pit stop there. Not sure. I don't see any damage, so I'm not sure what the situation there is. I noticed he's near the bathroom. Maybe he's got to go to the bathroom. Let's get that view again. Yeah, you see the bathroom right there. I mean, who knows? There's the white flag, final lap in the final heat race of the Grid Finder Xfinity Series. On this pretty warm day in Phoenix, Arizona, it might be a good day to have a Mountain Dew or a Pepsi. Well, at least for these first 8 laps it is, as Massey will win the heat race here and start on the pole for the main event. Kohlhaas second, Quisenberry third, and it's about the point where everybody wrecks each other. A fantastic race there. All right, so we'll stick the starting lineup over there on the left-hand side of the screen of where they will start this main event here this evening. You see the 2 PepsiCo teammates there for Bohica Motorsports in road number 1, road 2, Landon Quisenberry and Johnny Rapp. Matter of fact, let's, we got a quick minute. Nope, they're rolling out. Never mind. I was going to talk to Massey, but a little bit out of time. It's all right. Quisenberry will start there inside of Johnny Rapp. Cade Ferguson, Joe Murata, Andy Bergandi, Latham Joyner, Anthony McInturf, Joe Owen, and Dylan Reed, the 11 starters. It looks like that will take the green flag here for 125 laps around the diamond in the desert. So that's going to be interesting, I think, right there, is how the restarts and things are going to be in, like, official races. Because you can technically go all the way back there in turn 3. That would be interesting. How would you pass on the inside all the way halfway around the track? That would be odd. Some good questions to find out down the road. One thing we will find out is who will win the final race of the season in the Grid Finder Xfinity Series as we're green. And of course, as it is each and every race, first lap of the race, brought to you by Sim Speed Shop, specializing in custom sim racing hardware. Sim Speed Shops manufactures sim racing hardware utilizing the best components available, as well as mixing in real-life racing components when available. Customize your hardware and rig today, simspeedshop.com. And we appreciate those guys for being a part of the sponsorships this season. As Massey leads lap 1, battle for second. As Quisenberry looking to the inside of Kohlhaas, side by side. Latham Joyner already working his way up through the field. There's the third of the PepsiCo guys, the 42 of Cade Ferguson, the Dr. Pepper car. See how loose these cars are. The lack of downforce in these cars probably what's causing them, plus the 127-degree track temps not helping things. Ferguson back there with Johnny Rapp. Joseph Miranda is also there in the picture. One thing I will say I do like about this is with the closing of the dog leg. Remember on the old track, they actually had cones that were sitting about a groove down in the dog leg. So, like, if you hit them, you got penalized. At least here, they've cleared it out, and they've made it literally a zone where you can't go down there at all, or else you get a penalty. So I think you'll see maybe potentially a lot more leagues going to this format. I'm sure some people will like it, some people won't. On board with Quisenberry. Fourth place battle as he is 2 spots behind Kohlhaas. The fastest chicken in esports. As Reed working his way up through the field inside for the 5th spot. Oh, Murata getting a little loose. Still fighting it. Still fighting it. That car didn't know what it wanted to do. As we're 8 laps complete. Ferguson rolling that high side and still fighting at 39. Looks like he's been up against the wall a little bit. I can't tell if that's part of the... Yeah, I think he scraped it up a little bit. Not terrible. But Reed has gone by and takes that position away. Latham Joyner's caught the top two. Here's a three-car battle now for the lead. Oh, Ira pushed up the track. That's going to cost him the second position, it looks like. So move the three up to second. Appreciate everybody joining us here tonight on the Captain Esports Network. Looking forward to being back, of course, for the next season of the Lightspeed Racing League. And I want to take a minute here to send a shout out to Anthony Giuliano for allowing me to be a part of their broadcast season this season. Sorry to sound repetitive there, but appreciate those guys for allowing me to come up here and enjoy a Tuesday night with them. And plan to be back, of course, next season when that kicks off. Obviously, shout out to all the sponsors that have put their names out there this season and have helped out this league and so much more. And of course, Harold Darner, the last of the shout-outs. Shout out to him for all the help he gave me to get set up to be good to go for broadcasting this season. He handed me pretty much all the stuff and said, here you go, man. Have fun with it. And, I've done everything I can to throw some creativity into it. And during the off-season, I'll work on some stuff myself and see what we can do to improve the broadcast for the league and continue to help Anthony as much as I can do. Right now, Kohlhaas starting to put pressure back on Joyner for second. Reed only about 1.9 back behind him here as he's moved up to fourth past Quisenberry. .29 getting a little tight there off turn two. He had to get out of the gas. I don't know if you saw that fire that got shot out of his right rear out of the exhaust. A little backfire there from having to get out of the throttle. Right with Joyner as he tries to catch the 65 here. Big shout out to all these guys for the great racing we've seen all season long. And there's Johnny Rapp, as I mentioned, a 52 car. He's been one of the hotter drivers here in the last few weeks in that 52 car. Logging laps here behind the 42 of Ferguson. Again, we'll get a couple of competition cautions as we usually do here, and that'll set the stage for the final run of the race. Of course, when that first competition caution comes out, per league rules, the winner of the previous race gets moved to the back. And of Of course, tonight that driver's not here. Logan Powers won the Grid Finder Xfinity race last week at Martinsville. So nobody will get that EOL when that time comes. You see the battle back there for the 7th position. Just checking on the leaders right now. Still 0.7 of a second right now, but we do have a battle shaping up for 3rd as here comes Dylan Reed. Battle of drinks, the energy drink versus the soda or the pop, depending on where you live. And here's somebody shifting, and that's Dylan Reed. You saw the spark out of his rear again. That just don't sound right, but it is what it is. Oh, Ira in the wall a little bit. He had been getting tight throughout those laps. And finally knocks the wall down off turn 2. Weisenberry only 1 spot behind him, but unfortunately he needs like 7 spots. And unfortunately the way the field is set up right now, we got 11 cars here tonight that started this race, so you would need to finish 4th or higher if you're Landon and finish dead last if you're Ira to get that spot for 2nd in the points. Dylan running a little bit of a diamond there as he entered on the bottom, slid up to about middle of the track, brought it off the bottom. You can see, look at the, if you look really closely, I'm not sure how well you can see it out there on the screens, but I can see it here from where I'm sitting. The heat coming off the front end of the car as the caution comes out. You might get a little bit of it there, but you definitely saw it in the other shot there on the back straightaway. It's competition caution, this is. And Latham Joyner has decided he's done. Leaders on pit road, and here we go. All right, side tires going on. And now left sides, and Dylan pulls away. Of course, Massey will win the race off pit road. All right, we're going to step away for a second. We'll come back and get you some more green flag racing here from the Phoenix Raceway as you're watching the Lightspeed Racing League finale for the Grid Finder Xfinity Series here on the Captain Esports Network.
Butt kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
right, back we are here from the Virtual Phoenix Raceway. As look out the 42. And I think everybody missed him. Just does a lazy spin. No caution, and look at that. The car's clean and everything. As Dylan Reed has gone to the lead. Massey has fallen back to third. I want to remind you, Grid Finder is the home for online racing communities. You can browse hundreds of leagues racing on all gaming platforms across every racing sim every day of the week and across the globe. Browse over 1,000 leagues racing on iRacing, Assetto Corsa, the ACC, R Factor 2, F1 2021, and more. If you're looking for a commentator or a streamer for your racing broadcast or a designer for your next delivery, Grid Finder has all the talent in one place. If you run a sim racing league, you can also upload your community to Grid Finder so that more like-minded sim racers can find you. It's easy, quick, and best of all, cost all of free 99, as I call it. It's free. That's part of it right there. You can check out Grid Finder today as Massey's off the pace here. Not sure what's going on. That might explain it. Only a 7-second pit stop. Did he not take tires? As Anthony McInturf on pit road, unscheduled pit stop there. So, yeah, not sure what all transpired there as we got the restart, but Joe Owen now up to fourth. And we'll have to check on Brandon. Maybe he is saving that set of tires later on in this race. Thinks he might need them for a restart or something. There's Andy Brigani in the 13 car running 7th right now. Three wide off turn 4, or turn 2, the old 4, as Kohlhaas going backwards. Not sure what's going on with the two PepsiCo cars here. I say PepsiCo, the Mohica guys. I am kind of dumbfounded by this. Dylan's pulled away to a 1.5 second lead now over Landon. Murata up to the 3rd position now. Joe Owen right there behind him. A nice job by Mr. Murata here, who was bragging to me before the race. He's like, dude, I got a new wheel coming. Congratulations to you, Joe. It's always cool to have a new wheel. You know, Brandon, you were just beating me to it. I'm one, because you can go. It's 70% fuel, I believe, here, and you'll be able to easily go 25 laps on a tank, unless they're trying to one stop from here, which would mean they're not going to pit at this next caution, at the competition caution coming, which would get them a one stopper to the finish. I wonder if that's what maybe they're doing here. right on board and landed. You see the different line Dylan's running up there on that top side, brings it back down to the bottom. One thing these guys have talked about here in the last couple of hours since I got on here and was talking to them is how this track has become really slick. As Dylan almost got the wall off turn 2. The one thing I talked about right before that competition caution came out was the way that the steam was coming off these cars because of how hot the track is. And the one thing we pointed out is it was 127 degrees earlier on track. So this track is very, very slick right now. One thing I do want to point out, Track Cams for Gourmet, of course, the official camera sponsors for the Captain Esports Network. They've been with us throughout this season here in the Lightspeed Racing League and a bunch of the other leagues we've been a part of. You can, of course, always check them out. They have their own forum there in the iRacing page and also on Facebook and also online, trackcams22.com. If you're looking for oval racing cameras and road racing and rallycross, they have it for you right there at trackcams22.com. Make sure you check out TrackCam for Gourmet. Joe Owen making a pass on Murata. The battle of Joes for third. Cade Ferguson, the 42 car. And no offense to Ira and to Brandon, but my favorite drink of all those drinks, this one right here, Dr. Pepper. Up there, you see Murata making a move maybe to the inside, not able to do so. As we complete lap 47, should be coming up here very shortly on that second competition caution. Now Murata did get back past Joe Owen, so the Joe and Joe battle continues here for third. Yeah, I thought this through, and the only thing that makes sense to me right now is for Brandon and Ira, they're saving fuel. Caution's going to come out. They're probably going to stay out and save fuel some more. And by doing that, you know, obviously can keep their tank pretty preserved to go as long as they can, and even have the caution laps to take advantage of to save fuel the whole time. So, I mean, that's the only strategy I could think of off this that makes sense. Maybe I'll find out during our next competition caution. On board with Brandon Massey. He makes the pass, and I don't hear anything really that he's doing to save fuel. Pretty interesting. And the battle for third now becoming a three-car battle. As Owen gets past Murata, here comes Ferguson. Joe Owen won himself a Xfinity race earlier this season at Daytona, holding off Landon Quisenberry in a pretty wild race there. Cameron Hearn's going to end up winning the most races this season, but as we talked about a little bit ago, Dylan Reed going to be the champion. Clinched it a couple weeks ago, but obviously going to try to win this thing and walk away with both the trophy and the championship tonight. Looks like they're going to start to spread out now here for this position here. So Dylan Reed, as I talked about, the champion this season. The one thing he's got left to accomplish, and he can do so tonight. As a matter of fact, he's pretty much done it officially. Will finish top 10 in all 13 of his starts in this Xfinity Series season. So congratulations to him. That'll officially make it 13 top 10s, as I mentioned. And if he can, oh, caution now. This is that second competition caution. With 70 laps to go. So now Brigante, Kohlhaas, and Rapp all coming to pit road here. So I'm wrong about whatever I was thinking strategy-wise. We're going to find out here in a second. What is going on here? More tires and fuel, and pulls away. So, all right, let's step away, get you another break here, and get you ready for some more racing here from the Phoenix Raceway virtually here on iRacing as you're watching the Lightspeed Racing League.
Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
All right, back we are here at Phoenix Raceway as we get ready for the final stage of this Grid Finder Xfinity Series. On the Captain Esports Network as Dylan is on the pedal. Here we go, green flag. Lap number 59. Quisenberry up to second, Ferguson, Kolas, and Massey now your top five. Reed running some qualifying laps out there right now at 39. Kolas going to look inside of Ferguson now for third. So I really think now is a tire strategy between these two. I wonder if something is going to allow them to have an extra set of tires maybe or something. I'm not totally sure. Because now they're up here and they're running. They're stuck behind at 29. As caution is out, trouble for Murata. Over at turn 2 as he's hit the inside wall, I believe. Let's see if we can find out what transpired here. It's the 5 coming off turn 2 on the inside of Johnny Rapp. Oh, back end's already swinging right there. He's trying to hold on, He's okay there. Goes into turn 3, ran over Johnny. Obviously fighting a loose race car. You see that thing is getting wobbly and everything here. Atkinson getting a wave around. He'll be back on the not quite the lead lap, one lap down now. In the 84 as Kolas is coming to pit road. Still have not found the wreck. That's interesting. Oh, here it is. I thought I had found it. My bad. Shoot 3 and 4. Oh, there's the back end. Comes around. Oh, lock it down. Inside wall hard. A little too much wheel in there. Got the back end coming around, and unfortunately, caution comes out for that incident there with Joseph Murata. Let's talk about Wilder Graphics, of course, providing the best iRacing paints and liveries around. You can check them out today on Facebook and take a ride on the wild side. And a little promotion I'll throw on the side for Wilder Graphics. They're going to be sponsoring the IndyCar team that I own, the Extreme Sim Racers, coming up here starting next Thursday at Detroit. So looking forward to broadcasting that here on the Captain Esports Network. But you're going to see 4 Wilder Graphic painted cars out there on that track. That's going to be really cool to see. So shout out to those guys for painting up those cars. So we've gotten to the halfway point. Let's take a look at the race summary. 3 cautions for 8 laps. Dylan Reed leading here. And has the fastest lap, of course, of the race also. And as it's been all season long, halfway point presented by Track Time Entertainment, building custom driving simulators for the virtual racing community. They manufacture their simulators in Texas using U.S. extruded aluminum. Visit Track Time Entertainment on Facebook for all your sim rig needs and full lineup of products. Proudly made in the USA. Reed going to lead them back into turn 3 and 4 here, and we'll see the green flag. After the first on-track accident of the race. Massey, Ferguson, Johnny Rapp, Joseph Murata. Briganti now up to 7th. Joe Owen, Ira Kohlhaas back to 9th. Ira pitted along with Rapp, Briganti, and Owen on that caution. So could we see Kohlhaas try to win this thing on fuel? Or need I say on Pepsi? Who knows? To a 1.1 second lead. Massey putting the pressure on Quisenberry now for second. Battle of chicken and Mountain Dew. If you want to, let's throw in some Dr. Pepper and barbecue with it too. Very intrigued to talk to some of the drivers after this race and see what they felt out here, because obviously the track has shown how slick it is now. Obviously, the middle groove is maybe coming to play a little bit now. Rapp up in the 5th position right now, about 2.3 seconds back. See the battle back there for 2nd and for 4th going on is Reed. Out there logging laps. Of course, one of the cool features, we'll probably see it at the end of this race about Phoenix Raceway, and I don't know how much the new NASCAR game has had an influence on this, but you can actually drive to victory lane at this track, which is in the infield. You actually are able to go into the inside wall and drive right up there into victory lane, which if you haven't seen the new NASCAR game called Ignition, which has just been released, you're actually able to drive into the garages of the tracks. You drive in like it's during practice and park it in your actual garage area. I think it's kind of intriguing. I'm a fan of those little things like that. The battle for 2nd is on. Q able to hold on so far. Massey trying to do whatever he can do here on this bottom line. A lot of respect between these two guys. Landon, you might have heard this season, did some broadcasts with me up here in the booth. Big shout out to him. Did a great job. I know we got to do a few together, and that was cool. Got to enjoy his experience and stuff, and hopefully I can one day show him some stuff and help him out. And who knows, maybe we'll hear Landon on big time broadcasting down the road. I know I'll be the first one there cheering him on when he is. Battle here for 4th is Ferguson and Rapp getting close together here. Rapp getting really tight in that 52. You can see him sliding all 4 wheels around that corner. Last time by for Johnny, 29.83. Up here, oh, Massey and Q almost came together. see 40 laps to go next time by. 4-second lead already for Reed as he just stretches it out. Landon getting really loose off the corner. And let's not look too hard here, but look back here now. Man, a mess back here for 5th all of a sudden. 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th under a blanket. Got 2 soft drinks, a barbecue, and Dale Jr. and Superman. Rapp actually gonna I'm just gonna get out of this battle here and let them race. Obviously, as we talked about, Tuesday nights next season, back here for the Lightspeed Racing League. Hopefully we'll continue to improve our broadcast and stuff, and we'll work on some things, obviously, with Anthony. One of the goals I like to do is get with the owner of the league and see what I can do to help improve myself broadcast-wise. And, of course, Tuesday nights we'll have wide open to the LSRL, of course, next season, and we'll do whatever it takes. And either way, it's still been fun to work with these guys. And I want to do a shout out to Michael Steffen. I know he is not here. He hasn't been here, I think, in a few weeks. And of course, he has his own league that he runs in the Short Track Super League. Michael is the one that actually pointed me to Anthony and said, hey, go talk to him because there's some things going on and stuff. And so I want to give him a shout out, and all the guys from STSL and for helping me get set up here. And this has been a very fun league. Got to meet or talk to some of these guys here, some very cool guys to talk to. And I'm looking forward to our second season together here in the very near future. All right, we're going to take a quick break and get you one last commercial before we bring it home for the season here in the Grid Finder Xfinity Series as you're watching the Captain Esports Network.
Butt Kicker. Feel what you've been missing. Get yours today at www.thebuttkicker.com and be sure to use promo code LSRL for 20% off.
right, green flag pit stop starting to kick off here at the Phoenix Raceway as we welcome you back. Landon Quisenberry on pit road. Here comes Q with 30 laps to go. Gives us a chance to remind you, butt kicker products are silent subwoofers that deliver powerful and audible bass through your couch and chair, so you can feel the crashes, racing engines, and special effects in your movies and games. You can use promo code LSRL for 20% off the Butt Kicker website. So appreciate, of course, Butt Kicker for their sponsorship, of course, of this league. Brandon Massey on pit road. Murata's on pit road. Ferguson, Owen. Green flag pit stops with 30 laps to go. Tires and fuel for the 42 as he pulls away. Joe Owen pulling away. Right now, Ira Kohlhaas leading. Right now, 30 laps into his stint is Ira Kohlhaas. A normal run here at Phoenix is roughly 85 laps. So if we do some math on this, 50% of 85 is 42 and a half. And now caution is out. Oh! Cade Ferguson, I believe, has had issues. Caution comes out lap 99. And this race just got interesting. Let's see what happens to the Dr. Pepper cars. You just come off pit road. Back end comes around on him, goes spinning. Locks it down there before he gets to the inside wall. So a simple lazy spin there, and that's going to make things very interesting strategy-wise, as you're going to see now Kohlhaas coming to pit road. Pretty much everybody up in the top five, Murata, Kohlhaas, and all these guys coming to pit road, and it's going to hand the lead. It looks like to Andy Berganti. Andy's going to come to pit road now. Let's take an opportunity here. Let's talk to the guy who, unless something weird happens here, is likely going to finish second in the points. As we'll bring Ira up here towards us. Ira, obviously, not the biggest field in the world tonight, and I think it's going to help you. Looks like finish second officially in the points tonight. But I got to ask you about the strategy with you and your teammate there mid-race. Was that any kind of a planned deal? Was something going wrong, or talk about that a little bit?
No, I was talking with my spotter, my brother Sam, and it just we figured we could get about 54 laps per tank, and we were closing in on 60 to go, and I was like, if I'm backing off at those cones the whole run, I'll be able to save 6 laps around this place. So I was like, screw it, we'll go in and pit. And, I figured with not this big enough field that I'd have second locked up. So I figured, why not give it a shot and see if we can't get, another fuel strategy win. That way it just looks better, so.
No, absolutely. It makes a lot of sense, and nothing wrong with that, because, you know, I've always lived by the whole thing of, you know what, if you follow the leader all race, you're going to follow the leader to the checkered flag. So,
right. Now we were just trying something different. You know, a Hail Mary. It's the last race of the season. You know, we're gonna wind up having to settle for a hamburger and a great snow cone in the points. But you know, it is what it is.
well, that's a pretty good line right there. Of course, I'm sitting here trying to think of the next line of the song, and I've lost it in my head. So, didn't go home or something. Yeah, anyways, Alan Jackson there for you. But
yep.
Going
Chattahoochee.
green. Yeah, Chattahoochee, great song. So, one thing real quick, Lander, you had to go green. Have you noticed anything of a strategy type of thing on iRacing? Because we're watching the pace cars going to pull off here. So technically, we could go green any minute now. Dylan could take off.
Right.
And the inside line would have a huge disadvantage for a half a lap.
Yeah, Joseph said, you know, keep them coming off of 4, you know, if we can. Okay. But, you know, I'm sitting there thinking, hey, you know, pace car's off.
He could go.
I could go any time here.
Right.
You know. So I don't know. I love the old Xfinity or the old Phoenix.
He gone.
But this one here is it's a little bit more challenging.
We'll go finish second in the points, man. Good job and congratulations.
10-4, thank you.
You too, bud. Thanks to Ira for sticking there for the restart. That was pretty cool. Old Chattahoochee song. Settle for a burger and a great snow cone. Got her off early, so we didn't go home, or something like that is the next line of the song. Anyways, I should know that. I'm a big fan of 90s country. Keep an eye on these fresh tires now and see how they work up here through the field. Now, when I say fresh tires, I mean about 4-lap newer tires. Oh, how much of a difference they're going to make, well, we will see. How about Murata back up to the 3rd position after nosing it into the inside wall a little bit ago? Doing a good job there in 3rd. Johnny Rapp now up to 4th. There's Briganti, as I mentioned, in the 5th position, trying to hold off Brandon Massey, who's been a pretty fast car. Top 3 car, I would say. Uh-oh, Q has gone around. Landon Quisenberry over in turn 3 has brought the caution out. And the feathers are flying all over the track in turn 3 and 4. The fastest chicken in esports brings caution number 5 out, I believe. Maybe backed into the wall just a smidgen. Let's see what happened to old Q. I have a feeling I know how this ends. The guys who finished 1st and 2nd in Daytona get together. Unfortunate deal there. One more time. So now Brandon Massey's coming to pit road. So here comes the strategy now. I think Massey's coming for tires maybe. Or already came for tires, one of the two. Tires and fuel, and they pull away. Now this race has got a little interesting, I'd say. So one more race broadcast this week between now and this weekend basically, and that'll be the trucks of the Great Lakes Sim Racing Black Horizon Truck Series tomorrow night at Lucas Oil Raceway. Join us at 8:45 Eastern Time, and then after that, I'm taking a few nights off pretty much as I go into a vacation. Actually, I've been on training actually this week. The last 2 days, I've had to travel down to near Atlanta, over in the Buckhead region of Atlanta, to one of our corporate offices at FedEx, and doing some training to become a dangerous goods agent. So good job, guys. Those who ship out FedEx here in the area, you're now putting my hands on your packages that could be dangerous. Could be worse, I guess. But doing training for that all week, so I've been driving back and forth to Atlanta the last 2 days, back there tomorrow morning, and I'll enjoy some couple of days off from broadcasting Thursday and Friday, and then go on vacation Monday and hang out in the house and relax and catch up on sleep and get the broadcasts all caught up and stuff with getting them set up on YouTube. So I definitely owe that to everybody. Pace car's in. It'll be Reed and Kohlhaas, Rapp and Murata. And look at that, Reed gets going over here into turn 1, or turn 3 and 4. I was wondering how this would transpire one day, and that's going to be interesting to see. Somebody's in the wall. That was the 84 McInturf. Everybody continues on as Massey looking to the low side of Briganti for 6. Here comes those fresh tires. Briganti gave him the whole county. Johnny Rapp inside Murata for 4th. And here comes Massey inside for 6th. Massey's going to have a run down here to turn 1. Let's see if they protect. They both do, actually. They both kind of move down a groove there to protect the 65 from making that move to the inside. Brandon's going to try the outside here as he's got to go. 12 laps to go next time. Can Ira put pressure on the 39? Oh, Johnny pushing him up the track. Massey up to 4th, and Massey now up to 3rd. Question is, did he burn his tires up in that short little run? Let's see. That time by, he was 0.2 faster than Dylan Reed, who was 0.3 faster than Ira Kohlhaas. Interested to see how the teamwork's going to go here. Last time by, Massey a half a second faster than Dylan Reed. He's got the time to get there. Let's see. This is going to be the question. Can he get around his teammate quick? To his inside. He's got him. Any other race, I don't know if Ira makes it so easy, even though they are teammates. It is 1.1 seconds. Oh, look at that. He knocked off 3/10 on that lap in that corner. Like the field back there racing for 4th on back, and these 3 are up here going for the win. About a half second that time for Massey. Now, catching them's one thing, passing's another, as they say in racing. That nose a little bit of air to the inside, not able to get the run. He might try something different here. I think he's trying to get Dylan to make a mistake. Slides up the track a little bit there, lost the nose. And I think the longer he waits, the tighter the car is going to get, and the tires are going to burn off here. So he might want to. And Dylan slides up the track here, see if he cuts to the bottom. He does. Get some air on that nose. That's what you got to do here. It's all about clean air. Then again, Dylan might have been saving his tires here a little bit, because last time by, Dylan ran a 17. That time by, an 11 to a 98. So I think Dylan kind of rode back and saved his tires a little bit, knowing that Brandon was going to be coming. Randy gets a little loose. Oh, Brandon got a good run down to turn 3 as Dylan shuts the nose on him. Oh, they both go sliding up the track. That might have done it. Go, white flag, final lap. Brandon Massey gave it a great effort. I thought he had it, but unfortunately he's going to fall up a little bit short. And tries it all he can in turn 3. As the champ finishes the season off with a victory in Phoenix. That's one way to wear the right front out. What a job by Dylan, though. Great job by the top 3. Reed, Massey, and Kohlhaas. I'm sure there's going to be some disappointment at 65's voice. He gave all the effort he could to win that thing. there's some tracks out there on iRacing that kind of have a victory lane that sits out on like the front straightaway or at the edge of pit road or something like that. Well, today we're about to witness something interesting, I think, if Dylan does this right. You think of like Eldora, you got the victory lane right there as you enter pit road. Well, here, iRacing is actually given access to the drivers to pull in the garage right here and into victory lane. And Dylan Reed will celebrate right there with the camera people and all. Really cool deal there. Shout out to iRacing. That's a really cool move right there. As we look at the final results, Reed wins at Massey second, Cole Haas, Johnny Rapp, and Landon Quisenberry your top five. Andy Bergani, Joseph Murata, Joe Owen finishing 8th, Cade Ferguson 9th, and McInturf finishing in the 10th position. And Latham Joyner finishing 11th. Giuliano and Hearn did not start the race, unfortunately. But there's Dylan sitting in victory lane. We'll talk to him in a minute, but first let's talk to our other top 3 finishers here tonight. Of course, we'll start with the teammates from Bohica Esports, as they gave it all they could this evening to try to win this race. We'll start with our third place finisher, Ira Kohlhaas. Ira, congratulations on the third. Obviously, second in points officially goes to you. Just not enough to get to that 39. I know you were being a good teammate, let Massey try to go get him. Just didn't work out for you guys, but still a great season for you.
Yeah, with Brandon Pitt with that last caution, he had 4 fresh ones on, and it's just there's no holding. Even if you got 10 laps on your tires, there's no holding anybody back. I went way wider than I would have if it was somebody else, but I still would have let other people go. But that 39 was bad fast. We'll give it a shot next season. See if we can't do a little bit better.
Of course, you do have another shot still to win it, and you have 2 races still to go. Tomorrow night, of course, here at Phoenix in the Wilder Graphics Truck Series, and then, of course, the Richmond race. That's the following week that was missed earlier this season. You guys still have a second shot to go get this championship.
Yeah, I think we're 7 points back from Landon. I get around the old Phoenix really well, and I was starting to get a feel for it here tonight. And I absolutely cannot stand Richmond. I don't know what it is, but I get around that place pretty well too. So we'll just go in there and run some clean races. And, if it boils down to, last lap or whatever at Richmond and the bumper has to be used to gain a spot or something like that, we see it every Sunday in the Cup Series. So, we got to do what we got to do.
Absolutely, man. Well, you quoted me on a country song earlier. I'm going to get you one back here. It's a long way to Richmond driving north on 95. So
there you go. Little Travis Tritt.
Shout out to everyone. Oh, no, go ahead.
But definitely it's been a good season. Me and my spotter, Sam, we started working together a little bit last season, and we lost a fuel mileage race at Dover. And he figured up the fuel exactly to where he needed it, to the white flag, except we missed the checkered flag on that one. So we got one back at Kansas on fuel mileage in the Truck Series, and we got a win at Talladega in the Xfinity Series for Uncle Tim in the Xfinity car. Yep. So that was real special. But definitely shout out to my teammate Brandon. He's a heck of a painter. Keeps these cars looking good. And he's a pretty good friend too. So PepsiCo out of Hopkinsville, David Sparks. Randy and Jennifer Sellers, RJS Automotive. Got to thank Wally and Pop, my wife and the 2 girls, Clara and Lorena. It's perfect time for this season to be coming to an end because the rut is about to be full force down here, and I'll be in the woods or watching Kentucky basketball on TV. So it's perfect timing for me.
There you go. Well, it should be a lot of fun, man. You gave some shout-outs, and awesome job finishing second in the point standings this season for the Xfinity Series, and we'll see what happens with the Truck Series and stuff, obviously. But either way, man, if we don't get a chance to talk between now and the holidays, enjoy those holiday seasons and enjoy the weekly John Calipari flip-outs on a player.
Absolutely. I love that stuff, man. Love it. But absolutely. Happy Thanksgiving and a Merry Christmas to everybody, and we'll see you guys come January.
There you go. Nice job, Ira. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Ira Kohlhaas finishing second in the points, third in the race tonight. The guy that finished second in the race is Brandon Massey. Of course, gave it all he could. He had a Massey run, should we say, instead of a massive run to the field and getting to second, but unfortunately a little bit short there, Brandon.
Yeah, just a little bit. I got a little bit frustrated during that last run, and I just kind of let that boil over into that last, I'm going to say probably 5 laps or 8 laps once we got past Ira there, but just overdriving the car and just missing my corners, and should have took better care of those 4 fresh ones after that last caution. But all in all, good night. P2, P3 for the PepsiCo boys, so we're happy about that and see what we can do maybe tomorrow night in the Truck Series.
I was going to say, did you learn a lot about this track? I mean, I know obviously it's a lot slicker now, which, don't get me wrong, you had 127-degree track temp this afternoon in this race, so I know that obviously created some slickness, but a lot of people talk about less grip in this track now.
Yeah, I mean, I like that type of racing myself, so I hope you got some in-car shots when me and the 75 was battling there, and then maybe that last little bit of run, you could really see how much was working the wheel in the car. But I like it. I don't know how much different the trucks may be here come tomorrow night, but it'll definitely be interesting, and hopefully maybe we can get a few practice laps in and see if maybe we can't do this again next week, maybe one spot better.
There you go, man. Well, great job. Congratulations on your second place run. We wish you the best, obviously, and maybe we'll talk here in the next couple weeks or whatever. If not, enjoy your holiday season, and we'll talk soon.
Absolutely, man. Definitely appreciate it.
Too. I forgot that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. No worries. First and foremost, man, I want to thank the good Lord above. Without him, we couldn't do what we do. I want to give a shout out to my wife. Thank you, doll, for allowing me the time to come back here and do this. She's out of town working, so it was really easy to come back here tonight. But I love you, doll. Have a good night at work. Shout out to Mom and Dad. I'm hoping Dad was watching. I didn't have him up in the spotter tower again tonight, so a little bit of health issues he's battling. So hopefully, come next season, I'll have him back on the box. But shout out to PepsiCo, Hopkinsville, Kentucky, David Sparks, Mountain Dew for everything they do for us, VIP Graphic Designs, The Old Shed, Amsoil, Buckshot Tools, Cooper Creek Synthetics, RJS Automotive, Uncle Tim. Wish we could have got one spot better, man, but we'll just settle for a burger and a grape snow cone and see what we can do next time.
That's the second line. I'm getting Alan Jackson to everywhere. All right, this is awesome.
There's a little bit of an inside joke to it, so
I see.
Hit me up later and I'll shoot you the details.
I might have to check that out. I mean, I returned a favor earlier on your teammate, and I said, well, it's a long way to Richmond driving north on 95, but
right, absolutely. Well, see, and the other funny part to it too is I was watching one of the restreams that you did, and you caught on to our team name, and I don't think many people know what the team name stands for. But, you had caught on to it, which we thought was absolutely hilarious. But anybody that knows what it is knows it's a military slang term, and we absolutely, of course, we're military, both his family and mine. So proud supporters of our men and women and in the military, and anybody knows that term knows exactly what it stands for, and we think it's funny.
It's one of the rare team names I'll never be able to pronounce the acronym out loud on the air. So
right,
but
that's why we're the Pepsi guys.
Yes, great job, and here the best one I can come up with for you. So I'll look forward to messaging you later, and I'll write this down and take a little note. Bam.
Absolutely.
There you go. Leave you with the boss. Or have a great day.
See you, man.
Thanks, bud. Brandon Massey finishing second. The king, I should say. George Strait right there. Good lyrics. All right, our champion and winner of this race. He's still sitting up there in victory lane, kind of being patient with me. I mean, who knows? Might have ran over to the concession stand while he was sitting there waiting on me. But Dylan Reed joins us. Dylan, great job. Obviously, let's talk about that end of the race. Brandon coming with the fresh tires. And I don't want to call it cat and mouse or anything like that, but obviously you probably saw that coming, so you maybe saved your tires a little bit as much as you could to be able to try to hold them off?
Yeah, I did. Honestly, I didn't see him pit until like he had made his way up to third or fourth, and I was like, oh, he's coming on fresh tires. So then from there on out, I tried to really easy on easy into the corners just to try to save those right fronts as much as I could. We had, I think, just enough to make it to the end.
Well, you did what you need to do, man. You made even some interesting racing. I know he made a couple of times. I can't talk all of a sudden. You made a couple of moves to your inside, or tried to make some moves, and you definitely did what you had to do to cut that nose off and get the dirty air on it to keep him back. Maybe Logano blocking, as we'll call it, because he's the king of dirty air blocking, apparently they say. But not that it's actually blocking, but defensive racing. Nothing wrong with what you did and anything like that. But it helped you stay up there in front.
Yeah, especially in 3 and 4, I felt like he wanted to go on the low line.
Mm-hmm.
And I was all race long. I was taking like that wide arc in and then cutting it real low. So I knew off of that corner he would get some dirty air almost every time, just because the way he ran the corner and the way I ran the corner. And that definitely played into the end of the race there.
Well, congratulations on the win, the championship, as I mentioned. Obviously, excuse me, as let me look real quickly here. 4 wins, 10 top 5s. You did the 13 top 10, so you did all 13, which is awesome, which is a feat that you don't really get a chance to see in many leagues, even though, like I said, only 13 races, but still, you got to go out there and run all 13. You did so, and congratulations on all that and the championship and your chance to shout out whoever you like to.
As always, Lightspeed Racing League for hosting this. This is a really fun league. I'm hoping that I can stick around and try to help this thing grow, because this is a really good group of guys to race with. They're always clean and fun. And coming up through that field, they made it hard on me for sure. These guys aren't easy to pass. And then obviously you guys for broadcasting it. I always love watching it back. And I was tuned in earlier, even before the race started. And then my teammates only had Anthony show up today. I think a couple of them watching the Braves game. They got their priorities all messed up, but they're always out here supporting me, and it's always fun.
Well, great job, and congratulations on the win. And go celebrate the championship, and we'll talk soon.
Thanks, man. I'll see you next season.
Sounds good, buddy. Dylan Reed on the championship, winning the championship, I should say, and also being here in Victory Lane this evening. So congratulations to him, and a great season it was. And big shout out to everybody for allowing us to be a part of the broadcast this season. Now, are we done with LSRL this season? Well, we'll see. We're going to play that one by ear and make those decisions here throughout the week. And who knows, you might see the Wilder Graphics Truck Series on the air this weekend or next weekend. But we'll leave that up to Anthony and I to discuss and go from there. But I do want to send a shout out to everybody, all the sponsors that were part of this series, in case this is the last time you see us together on the air this season. Wilder Graphics, of course, so make sure you check them out on Facebook. The Butt Kicker, Grid Finder, Sim Speed Shops, check them out, simspeedshop.com. And last but certainly not least, Track Time Entertainment. You can check them out on Facebook also. All those sponsors and everybody a part of the series from Grid Finder and Wilder Graphics. So looking forward to what is coming in the near future with LSRL as they continue to work through it. So congratulations, Dylan Reed, on the championship and on the win tonight here at the Phoenix Raceway. We're out. Enjoy your Tuesday evening. And as he drives out, we drive out of Phoenix ourselves and say, remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya!